Good evening and welcome to the Prestige Rivals podcast. I'm your host, AC Bond, and with me is a full table of lovely gamers who are going to be playing a game of Rivals for you. We're still getting the table set up, but we wanted to talk about the recent release or announcement of the release of the Rogue and the Dragon, which is going to introduce clans Ravnos and Smitsi. My co-host tonight will be Ed. Ed, what's up? Say hi.
What's up?
So you were
Hi.
watching the stream earlier today. Tell us what you think about it.
First off, not to throw in a correction, but it's Dragon and Rogue.
I knew you were gonna do that. I knew
But
you were gonna do that. Yeah.
technically, that's the best type of correct to quote Futurama. So,
Whatever.
I was thinking it was the Rouge.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
yeah, I'm pulling up. Yeah, no, some really good, interesting cards. I love the art on Angela, the Zamisi leader. Like, I don't even want to say what it is to spoil it. Just go Google it, find spoiler if you're listening, whatever, find the spoiler. It's great art. Anyway, it's brutal. It's very brutal.
Brutal. Metal.
Brutal. Well, you know what? I guess we should start talking about like the agenda and the Haven maybe because they basically spoiled the agenda, the Haven, a bunch of Zamisi vamps, and like one of their ghouls. Um, and so the agenda is the completionist, and it says at the start of your turn, for each card you control that is not in your Haven, aka the streets, and that has 3+ attachments, gain one agenda. Now, importantly, this is not capped. So technically speaking, let's say the game goes long and you have out 3 different. Let me get all the wording correctly. So if you have out like 3 different characters, which each have 3 or more attachments, you will gain 3 agenda from that. But it's really hard to build that up. So on one hand, it's an open-ended thing. On the other hand, you know, by the time that's happening, like you'll probably have so many points anyway, you're gonna win. So,
Nice.
and from what I can tell, someone else's curse on you should still count as one of those attachments because the only thing it references is control. It says for each card you control that has the attachments on it. So it doesn't references who controls the attachments. So that's interesting. Anyway, thoughts on that or?
No, I'm listening to you. I'm listening. I'm learning.
Oh, okay.
I missed the stream,
Uh,
so I'm not as fluent as I should be on what's coming out. But
yeah. Well,
Zamiti is my favorite clan. That is the clan I adhere to. And my boyfriend is a Ravenos fan. So we're gonna be, really excited about this new expansion coming out.
Oh, yes.
lore.
By the
Yeah.
way, I
So,
feel like with Zamisi, I'm gonna have to go out on a limb and say best haircuts.
yeah. Yeah.
Anyone else picturing Edward Scissorhands right now? Because
Very
that's exactly what popped
nice.
in my head when he said best haircuts. Edward Scissorhands.
Nice.
Cool. No one else. Awesome. Let's get
Yeah.
the table
Well, no,
set up.
I love that.
Let's get the table set up because I think Paper Alchemist, you're here. Yes. Hello.
Hello.
There he is. Mr. Fuji, say hello. Yeah, he's
Nice.
roboting right now.
Fuji's still pixelated. Crap. His audio's pixelated.
And then Rav, yes, go ahead
Actually,
and say what's up.
let's.
Hello, hello.
And then Tremere Queen, please introduce yourself.
Hello.
There you are. I've got the little Discord channel up so everyone can see who's speaking because it gets highlighted.
Gotcha. For Paper Alchemist, one of us needs to message him the game and the password, unless we just want to say it.
I
Like-
have the game. I just need to find the password.
Prestige 1.
Oh no.
Oh well.
Oh well. Don't join our game, guys. It's not for you.
Oh my gosh. Don't look at that.
Don't look at what? What happened? I didn't click on anything, so if I see cards up there, it wasn't me.
I tried to search and I dealt all my vampires.
Oh.
You know
Oh.
what? Maybe
No.
I'll just switch my deck.
Now everybody will know. Paul is in the chat saying that now
Nice.
everyone will know your cards.
Who is Paul?
Paul Ramel? It's a great name.
It's so funny that sometimes we only know people's Discord names. Like,
Yeah. Not their
Oh yeah. So
the real name.
So the brief thing with the Zamisi, just to finish talking that while they finish setting up, was that they're about possessions and possessing stuff and territoriality.
Mhm.
So like they actually have a lot of them have this trait possessive that says when they go to torpor, they can keep one of their attached cards because normally you have to get rid
Oh,
of everything but a title, but
yeah.
in this case they can keep something, and which then goes along with the concept of the completionist, which is they like having a bunch of attachments on them. And
Yeah.
again, that could be retainers. They have animalism, so it could be animals. It's and several of the characters' abilities have to do with like moving around retainers or stealing them, or one of them actually even gets things back from the burn pile, which is interesting.
That's kind of
Um,
cool. Yeah, I like that. I like,
but
especially like the idea of being able to take animals with you to torpor.
yeah, and then I guess I'll just read this one, and then we should hopefully be ready to start. Which is the Haven that they put out is called Social Housing. It has the typical characters in your Haven have +1 secrecy. The leader ability says your leader has +1 attachment, meaning
Oh.
instead of the normal 3, your leader can put on 4 attachments. And I'm assuming +1 attachment might be cumulative. Like if you have something else that also gives you +1 attachment, then you could have 5. From the wording, it seems like it might be that way.
Hmm.
Anyway, and then it says when your leader defeats a city deck mortal. So again, your leader goes out, attacks a city deck mortal, defeats it. You may move a retainer from a character you control to another character you control, but it does not trigger attach effects. And on the stream, they ruled it that you can do that. You could pick the order of effects. So technically, your leader could go out there, defeat a mortal, and then you can move a mortal you already had attached, or that mortal that you just defeated, you could attach it to somebody and then immediately move it, like because you picked the order that things happen in. But you only get that first attach effect. You don't get, you know, the attach effect for moving it.
Right, right. Okay, cool. So it's kind of like I feel like there's some Toreador that do that, and this is like inherent into the leader ability.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
So
nice.
you're like stealing cards straight out from underneath people. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that.
And it, and actually, you know what? One more card, if you don't mind taking just like 30 seconds or whatever. It's the Ghoul, because this will put a lot of things in context for what we just read. VOZHD, Voz, something like that.
Well, hold on, Ed.
It is
Hang
an
on one
action.
second. Hold on one
Yeah,
second. I want to
yeah,
just get the
no
game
problem.
started. So, everyone, if you guys could go ahead and choose player order and then get what needs to be set up going, and then we can do that. I see Paper
Yeah.
Alchemist is going to be the first player. Cool. Ed, so there is a ghoul, which I'm excited to hear about because Zamitsis are all about the war ghouls.
Yeah, and this is what this is. They said that there's going to be. I think they said there's at least one other ghoul, basically. Like this is the big ghoul.
Okay.
So it's the Vozid. It's an action card, but it becomes a character basically. It has 0 BP innately, but if you have Protean, it has the thing that says attach one or more retainers you control to this, and there's no maximum. And it says when a retainer is attached to this ghoul, it gains 2 blood and 2 physical. So in theory, let's say you take the action to put this Vozid in play, and you put 3 retainers on it, it will have 6 blood and 6 physical.
Oh wow.
And apparently, it's supposed to be able to act as a character. They didn't go all the rules on that, but that's what we know so far. So that's interesting.
Yeah, that absolutely
Um,
is. That's gonna be a thing. Oh, I'm so excited for the Zamitsi to enter the game. That's all I want in the world.
And not to let the Ravnos fall too far behind, they did show one Ravnos card, which right now looks like the strongest printed ranged card in the game.
so yes, throwing knives.
2 for 3, which is the
Yeah.
highest printed number. Not necessarily the highest total damage, but the highest printed number of damage. Is that right? I don't think
Yeah, I
there's any
believe
other
you're
threes,
correct.
right?
Nope.
And
Nope.
it's
There's
for
none.
2, which is a really low BP for something that's the most powerful. It also looks like it does splash damage. As in, I think you can distribute the damage how you want, which is
Ooh,
interesting.
that is interesting for range damage. I like that.
Yeah.
Did they steal that card from someone else?
Yeah, it's
Of course,
throwing
yeah,
knives.
throwing
They
knives.
stole those
They
knives.
stole the throwing
Yeah.
knives. Of course they did.
Yeah. And it is Ravnos locked. You have to have one in play, to use that card. But other than that, that looks like a really sweet ranged attack, as Rob was saying.
All
Yeah,
right. Well,
imagine-
let's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Imagine that with Inmate. Just
Yeah.
thinking about it. Yeah.
or Big House. Anybody with Big House, really.
Yeah.
It makes it harder to block because it's range. So.
Whee! Anyone who's watching the stream right now is watching the board just spin around as I got my presets set up. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are ready to get started with this awesome game of Rivals. It looks like Paper Alchemist is going to be first leading this off. Right now, if the players could go ahead and mute Ed and I so you don't hear our commentary. And everyone else, let's get ready to go.
Muting.
Let me know when I'm muted. If you can't hear me,
Alright,
then you're
cool.
good.
When everybody has their hands, I'm ready to start.
Hands in, go.
I'd just like to say
Yep.
we all agreed to play new Jank decks, and I can see one of you did not comply with that.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I know you
Who's
can
the
do all
one?
that.
Fuji?
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. We should gang up on him.
That's okay.
He can't even defend himself.
I'm cool with Mr. Fuji. You sound like
Domo
a robot, but
arigato.
I'm saying let's just go with it. Let's roll with it.
Yeah.
You're a robot
Alright.
today.
Oh my
And we'll just
God.
try to figure out what's going on by
This will be
Like,
interesting.
Context, yeah.
We invited an AI to come play with us.
Okay.
Hopefully Fuji remembers the
oh,
hopefully
yes.
Fuji remembers the tab button that points in TTS.
Oh, right. This is going to be
Alright.
a really quick game for him. All right, so it looks like we are going
to.
to Paper Alchemist's turn. He's got
okay,
Thor
so
and his
we're
leader,
going
and Governor just got played.
here. And who's coming after me? Here, one second.
Wait, did I have the play order right?
What?
So Governance gonna hit the table, and then
Yeah, it is Paper
Paper's
Alchemist, right?
first.
Yeah, Paper's first.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
just want to make sure.
And also making sure nobody can hear us but EC and me, right? Nobody can hear EC and I, right? Okay, good.
I
Just-
think we're good. I mean, we can start talking about something really
Yeah.
bad, and then if they respond, then we know.
face down
it's
card,
bad. Oh, face down card. So this is his second action with Governor.
and that's gonna trigger Thora to give me another action, and Governance gonna let me draw a card.
But he needs to tap one of the vamps.
He does need to tap one of the
play
vamps
the-
to play that card face down.
Conspiracy or trap.
And
Because it could be either.
gonna
And
play
somebody should remind him hopefully in a minute.
second card.
Second card's being
It's
played.
wait.
He's tapping. There we go. We see two
Wait,
taps
he's
coming out.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. And it's
And
yeah, he
another
has
card
3
for
actions
Governor.
because Thor gave him one.
Where's he getting that draw from? Is that from Governor?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because Governor is each time. It's not like trigger. It's not a activated ability,
we're
so it
good
just
there.
happens every time.
Looks like he's going to his
Gonna
discard.
move on to
Oh, and also they
Sad and
in
all that
the
stuff.
in the card
There's one
clarification
Phoenix operative.
update, whatever they call it, they've clarified the
Damage.
concept of play versus reveal versus something. Because
Okay.
Governor says when you play a card face down, but
And-
technically they've defined play as resolve or not.
vampire.
I don't remember all the specifics, but
Let's get into that later because we want to be able to hear what the players are
yeah,
saying.
we
at
don't
the
need to
same
do it
time.
now. I was just saying for yeah, just
Yeah.
Another card from my library, and I'm done.
Looks like we have the flip. Temporary truce is up.
ooh,
Look at all the hands.
that
all
is
the
one
hands
of the
go right
most
to it.
annoying events.
First action, I'm going to recruit Flock.
Oh, fuck Din's
Walk
come out.
in.
Walk in.
Nice.
Second action is I'm going to recruit John.
Oh, hey, John. What? Cartoonum? Is that how you say
John
that?
Cartoonin.
It's a cool
Cartoonin.
name.
Taking
He's a
that
cartoon.
on John and drawing my 2.
Wow.
Yeah, the temporary truce I think is
And
one of the
last
most it's one of the cards that can affect the
Do
board
I
the
still
most.
sound
The
like a
events.
robot?
No.
Less so, but still somewhat.
Sword of God is out. Gain prestige if you defeat
I'll summon
second
General
position.
Flint.
General Flint.
And the
Haven't
secrecy
seen. Yeah.
might be good or bad depending.
Yeah. Oh, we got an action going to the street. Cossack and Flint.
Woo!
And
Violence? Will there be violence?
Oh, nice. It looks like Fuji also built a
I'll
caustic
attack the Vagrant
race deck.
with General Flint physically, and I'll play a card.
No roost. This is gonna go
There's
through.
that.
Oh, there's a
Um,
trap. Paper
I'm
Alchemist.
going to block the dragon's roost.
Oh, there is a roost out there.
Wait, the spider's that then, I guess.
So that's 4.
Wait a minute. Technically, Paper Alchemist's trap resolves before the roost, right? Because of
So
So
player
you're not
You
order.
know
doing
what?
spiders?
I don't
remember
have to do
the
spiders
order.
until later after it's just target somebody that's made an attack this turn.
Oh,
So
that's
Yeah.
why.
in case Flint
That's why.
somehow dies, I'm not spidering.
Okay,
Yeah, paper,
got it.
paper Alchemist should have
Then if
waited
he lives, I'll spider.
Yeah.
before he flipped.
Yeah, he revealed the He revealed
But she
spiders,
didn't
but
play a card, so he can't die.
Okay, so you guys are done.
Yep.
no cards.
Alright, so then I'm gonna take 1 and 2 cards.
Oh,
We'll do
fear.
spiders. Can you put a fear token? Thank you.
Oh.
I'm going to gain a victory point.
Oh, for trap. I don't know this card here. The Tremere 4, Zuzana.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice. I can
She's,
see it now. Yeah,
let's see.
she replaces blood.
Susanna.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
I think you couldn't have done that. I think we should just move past it, but
Wait, why?
temporary truce. Oh, no, that wasn't your leader. Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
my bad. I'm just so used to General Flint being the leader, but I think you did that exactly right, actually.
You did do it exactly right, but good eye.
That is true.
It's,
First
uh,
action,
They're burning through
Yeah,
this
I've seen
round.
temporary
midnight
truce
curfew,
win.
all unattached citizens. There are no citizens out.
Like I've seen temporary truce definitely
So
like
that is a dead
give people the
card.
win or take away the win
Then,
or just delay. Sometimes it
first
just
action, I'll
delays the whole
play
game around.
Maya.
Yeah. Cool thing is if you get it early, then it's not too bad.
But then again, it also depends on if you have the aggro leader or if you don't have the
Strongest
aggro
Maya
leader.
turn ever.
You know.
Sure.
1, 2, 3.
Plus
These
four.
guys are
four.
burning through this round though.
Kind of interesting.
Maya and Sebastian out for Rob.
Oh, that's
Second
right.
action. Yeah,
Wait, what
second
is it?
action coming up.
2, 3.
I think I
Yeah,
have to
look,
take damage.
Maya. That's what they're just adding up. Maya has +3 damage because there's 3 events out right now, and she gets +1 damage per event.
Ho, 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 ho.
So she get hit pretty hard this
She can
turn.
definitely hit. And that's not that's physical, social, mental. That's just
Right.
a bump.
Streets,
Yeah,
There we
well,
go.
it'll add to whatever. Yeah,
Maya's
whatever she
gonna
does. It'll
make a
even add to range.
mental attack, no card on Thora, who is in a separate party, just FYI.
Who?
Yeah,
How is she in a
got it.
separate party?
Gotta
What's that
drop.
about?
Oh, a house divided.
Card, I'm
Oh.
not drawing.
The
Yeah.
it's the inverse of the San Francisco event.
No
It's an
card.
inverse of the BART tunnels.
Yep.
You,
Yep.
you have an
Is
insanity
that-
defense.
Because
That's
that
what
one
I'm
was
worried
separate
about.
parties in the streets. This one's separate parties at home.
Looks like
Like
Thora's
this.
gonna defend.
Flip it. Okay.
Oh, it's not.
So-
It's not what I thought it was
Face
gonna
up,
be.
my bad, but still.
So you take 4, I think, right?
1 and then just -1, so whatever. Yes, 4.
Thora does not have fortitude, so
Wait, how
Ow.
much? Hold on.
Yeah, but I'm
1,
probably gonna take
2,
it from this guy over
Oh, it's
here.
4 events
Stern.
out, not 3.
But I had to risk it. I feel like
Okay.
Alright,
those are my 2 actions.
We're gonna spiders you.
ooh,
Spiders, nice. So fear. on the
spiders
attacker.
fearing.
And I guess I got another point.
And that was Maya, so that was not the leader. That does go through.
Moving to mending. No mending. Sad. I'll take 1 on
One of the fastest rounds I've ever seen.
Sebastian. Draw 2. I'll do.
You know, I think it might be everybody's so
One
used to
from
playing in
here.
tournaments that are timed that they're just they're just keeping their efficiency up.
Okay.
That's right. Gen Con sped everything up. Taught everyone how to go
Another
fast.
explorative.
I got 2 Team X out. X gonna give it to you.
Oh.
I still say that. I can't not say it.
Interesting.
Yo, Mr. Fuji, your voice sounds crazy right now. I dig it.
I'm not saying anything.
Oh, okay. So it was some sort of like feedback, but it sounded like Doctor Who sounds from like the 70s.
Doctor
I'm
Who?
gonna play
What?
Maybe I'm
card.
secretly Doctor Who. How do you know?
I'd believe it.
Maybe. I'll play a card face down with Thora giving me another action, and I'll draw a card off of Governor.
Doctor Who, great show.
Then I'm gonna play Velvet.
Velvet's
Oh,
coming out.
nice. He's got
Also,
the
I think this.
he's got the triumvirate.
This is.
That's what you
gone.
want with either traps or conspiracies. Governor, Thora, and Velvet,
Nice.
and you're good. You're generally good.
And it looks like he's a leader with the agenda too. So that's good. He's in a good spot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, even being like 1 or 2 ahead in agenda is 1 or 2 ahead in agenda.
Exactly.
And can be the difference between winning and not. Yep.
Tap Velvet to play. Everything is connected.
Interesting.
Oh.
So
Got eyeball right there. She's got it.
It's
too.
kind of a
But,
waste to
I'm gonna
do
add
that now.
one.
yeah, I would see. I
Is-
mean,
is-
This.
Yeah, it's usually better to save that when you have like at
Discard
least
a
2 or
card
3
for-
face down. But
yeah. Is he going for something big here? I don't know, but either way, feels a little early. Feels
maybe
a
it's a-
tad early.
tempo or
Let me think.
yeah, maybe it's a tempo or momentum thing he's trying to do. Or maybe he's just getting used to the deck. Who
Could be that
knows?
too. I mean, he's already kind of played, the strategy's out there. The other players know it,
Mm.
and I don't think it's hard to adjust when you're playing traps.
Oh, you know what? Okay, this is total guessing, but if that thing is the trap that gives a bunch of shields for, gives 2 shields for each prestige on it, maybe
Oh.
he's afraid that Thor is going to get
That's
smacked. So it's more important for him
She's
to
got
make sure that he can give like 4 shield.
Good call. Yeah,
Discard
that's
for
probably
my
what we're seeing.
madhouse.
Yeah,
Here's
maybe.
that by
Maybe.
discard.
No, I hear you. That's a good call. Got a discard biting comment.
That's the wrong decision, but we'll see.
Yeah, it always feels bad to discard that biting comment, but
Um,
sometimes it's not the best thing in your hand, even though it's an amazing card.
Absolutely.
Draw
I mean, it's
2
stealing
cards from-
prestige. I feel
well,
like that's what he's using
there
it
you go,
for.
Discard a card for
Because he's spending so much on the table with
Away.
his face down.
and take a damage. And then draw 2. I'm done.
Draw 2. Let's go to the city. Let's see the flip. Was it the nun?
Okay.
And then I believe Tremere Queen is up.
First action is I'm going to draw a card.
Oh, wasting
Second
an action.
is I'm going to play Alistair.
Good lord,
Oh,
she's blown
'cause-
through this turn.
I think she's hunting for Alistair because there's a combo with Alistair and Toreador for backhanded compliment. You could drain a lot of. You could drain like 6 prestige,
I'm
maybe
gonna
Ooh.
potentially.
discard 1, 2.
So I don't know if that's her goal in this,
Okay.
but that's yeah. There's tricks you
and
can do. And I guess I'll just say on the nun also. I think during one of my runs at Gen Con, I actually was able to pull this off. If not, if it wasn't Gen Con, it was like right before Gen Con. But I took the nun, and then the next turn Prince flipped, and it was just perfect because since the nun gives +1 shield for every time you're attacked, it is such a great thing to have if you're trying to go for
Ooh,
Prince.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Here. Oops.
I didn't even think about that. That's a sweet combo, though. You're right.
Yeah.
Thing is, with
Yeah,
the prince in
here,
this deck, just
I
gives
draw my
you
2 and pass the turn.
some agenda, and that's it. Wow, Tremere Queen does not waste any time
well,
on
it
her
gives you-
turn.
Yeah, no, she's pretty.
C deck says another Vagrant.
2 Vagrants out. 2 TMX.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that Fuji's agenda is probably the Wraith agenda, because I know he and I've been talking, and like we were trying to like tweak our inmate decks and like and whatnot, and we then we got to talk about Cossack, and then I think we both had the same brainstorm. So like I just built a deck that I think is similar to the one he's playing now. I don't think I put Flint in mine, but like I think mine was like mostly Bruja, but if he is doing Wraiths,
no,
like Cossack is
Skunk.
so good with Wraiths because that's the problem. Where if you can't, Wraiths are amazing if you can get your Wraiths on. If you can't get your Wraiths on, the deck just like pitters. So, like I love the Enzo Wraith deck, but Dragon's Roost like really screws it up.
Make
So-
the Cossack unblockable.
All right,
There we
so
go.
looks like we have the combo coming up. Going out there with Skunk.
And
Going for the nun, I imagine. Maybe the Vagrant.
We will do a physical on Vagrant.
So it looks like he wants to save his attack card because that's the choice. It's that you don't have to use an attack card and you get the Vagrant quote unquote for free, but it doesn't give you the agenda. Or you can spend an attack card, go after the nun,
Attach.
and then you get the agenda. So,
Oh, blood poison.
you know.
Oh, I think
Oh,
we have
shit.
That's three.
Aber's
Yeah.
triggering it.
Uh-oh.
Did I
That
put
wasn't
a
the
stack
shield.
of my blood on you when I meant
Target
to do
foe's
one
character that attached for each on
On
this
where?
card. Wow.
on Flint? There's only supposed to be one. And there was
Oof.
3.
That's why. I guess
I'm
that's
gonna
why he
heal
was.
one for flipping it with, full of surprises, and then grab the rest.
Wow.
Man. I actually, you know what? I just discovered this right now. The Wraith deck hates blood poisoning, or at least the Wraith deck that uses Mission Cemetery as a haven.
So I want to pull
'Cause
blood
you always
poisoning.
attach them
Okay.
first.
Oh, here we go. I want to pull it up so that because I'm not too familiar with this one, but place card face down, place 1 agenda, prestige on it. Resolve at any time. Obfuscate. Target foe's
and
character that attacks
that
or
would
retains
trigger
turn
Velvet,
loses
right?
1
Resolving
blood for
the
each.
trap. So I
Ooh,
gain another one.
ouch. Yeah, I see
And
what
he had
you mean.
3 on there. So Cossack should quote unquote should have 4 blood on her right now. Instead, she only has or was it 4, 3? Oh, he just mended her. That's why. Yeah,
Yeah,
she had
yeah.
1. I think he
We're
mended
looking
her
at
for
one in a card.
extra.
That's rough, yo. That is rough. I mean, we were just talking about that strategy, and it was gonna work out great, but not when you're sitting across from a trap deck.
Oh, he forgot to gain an agenda. Hopefully somebody will notice
My turn.
because
Okay.
What is he
he's
still
supposed
at
to gain an
3?
agenda for triggering that.
He's at 2.
He's
Yeah,
at
he should
2
be at
agenda.
3.
He
He should be at 3. Yeah.
The risky thing though is that the person he just physically hurt a lot with the blood, or
Alright.
is not his rival.
Bohemian Carnival.
So,
Oh, interesting.
So, I'm going to choose.
So
if
it's
I wanna do
risky.
This.
but Flint's there with a lot of blood. So, oh yeah, Bohemian Carnival is a very interesting event. Most of the time, like I play with it a lot now. It's come up a lot. Most of the time, nobody uses it at all.
I
Once in
am
a
gonna do
while, like
this. I will pay 1 blood from Maya.
okay, so he's
So
putting a
shuffle
house
that one.
divided because his prey. Oh, that makes sense.
Is
His
that
prey is the
Oh,
That
trap
one is
deck, which is staying in
House
their haven.
Divided.
Yep.
So he's going to shuffle in a house divided. I've also seen people shuffle in the
Your
temporary
option.
truce if their predator is
pass.
if their
Pass.
predator leader
Your
is
option.
aggro.
Yeah.
Temporary truce. Remind me.
That's the one that leaders can't attack.
Oh, right.
So like if your predator's coming at like let's say I was using my inmate big house deck and I'm your predator and I'm coming after you,
Yeah.
you're gonna want to make it that for
to.
1 turn I can't attack you with
I
inmate.
want to put in temporary truce. I'm
Listen
gonna
to that.
pay-
There we go.
Listen to that. I called it.
There we go.
A blood.
Yeah,
on
because
the-
who's her? Yellow. Huh. Well, that wasn't her predator's not coming after her, but maybe she's just afraid of. Oh, she wants to slow down Caustic, I guess, with the unblock. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
She's Dragon Roost, and she's making the Caustic can't attack for a turn eventually.
Yep.
Whenever that
He
comes
goes
up.
home.
I think we're seeing the 2 actions on Rob, unless Maya's tapped for some reason.
Oh, she got feared.
First action
oh,
will
from something.
be
Oh,
mental
trap feared her.
attack from Haven Sebastian on this vagrant.
wait,
Will
why
you
see?
stop it?
Oh, sewers.
Sewers.
No
He's
card.
using the sewers haven to attack without leaving his haven.
No block.
Roost block. Roost does not block. Invisible army with the sewers. Interesting.
Nice.
Second action. I'll play Aris Loken.
That's an
Good.
interesting one. What are we doing? Schemes on this?
It could be schemes, or it could be her 2 mental stat. Like I've put her in decks before because Visible Army,
Uh-huh.
Moving to
vagrants have 2 hit
mending.
points, and she
Yep.
can
I will
kill a vagrant without an attack card,
mend here.
and or he might have schemes.
Yeah. No, you're right. No, I didn't think about that. That 2 is
Then
very
I'll
good
take
for
a
sewers
sad,
and invisible army. He's going to discard. I'm going to go to
here.
the city.
No, I'll take it on the vagrant. And then I will drop.
It looks like Rob's also
this
using
card from my
conspiracies.
discard.
Interestingly enough, Oh, and
Really?
he's got Malx in there because he just discarded a
Then I will
any
draw
defense.
2.
That's a lot in
He
there.
did say the deck is janky, or he wasn't sure. He built it a while ago and he didn't
And
remember what
pass
his
it.
point was or something.
Yeah, something like that.
What
is that
Face
noise?
Down card.
What is that noise? That was
Draw a
scary.
card
Oh.
for that.
Nobody. So he should be at 3 agenda. And technically, this is a tournament since it's come
Did
back
you
around to
draw a
his
city
turn.
deck card?
I didn't. I apologize. That was
Actually,
weird.
you know what? It hasn't been.
The
I think it's
Prince.
supposed to be one.
El Prince.
It's one round from when the thing was triggered. So it hasn't been one round from when it was triggered yet. So
I am the Watcher.
maybe he's,
We are the Watcher in the multiverse. We cannot intervene. He
Yep.
either has it or he doesn't. But at the end of the
Trigger my
stream, we'll let him
leader
know
ability.
he won sooner than he
card.
thought, or lost, right? Whatever it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So Prince. So
Man.
the Prague Prince. So the San Francisco Prince was at the beginning of your turn. If you're Prince, you gain a prestige and an agenda. You're at 0 secrecy and you have
Bifora.
plus 2 influence. This one, it's an immediate agenda gain of 2, and then it has the
Wow,
same
the
0
party
secrecy,
together.
but then you have 4 influence instead of the 2. And man, I'm telling you that extra 2 influence I've seen sway games,
I
like
believe
from
it.
schemes or maybe a title deck being able to put their titles on. Usually more schemes,
Sure, no, I believe it.
and or since the
You're all
agenda's
getting paid
immediate,
over there.
like I've seen games won from taking it,
Doing
like
Yeah.
immediate.
Yeah.
So
Hiding from you.
Jerk move.
Oh, something's happening. We
Um,
missed something.
Guess we'll go.
well, he went to the streets, I think, in part
We'll
because
attempt to
he might be afraid
attack, but not
of.
with a card.
What
Oh,
type
never
of
mind. He's
attack?
attacking.
You pick. No, it's social.
That was adorable. You pick.
That is cute. I was thinking he might be afraid of a House Divided coming back out, which would separate his haven.
I'm not gonna
But
block that.
hold on. I think
Okay.
Governor's attacking with biting comment.
He
On
wants
the
the nun
nun.
because the nun is
Oh.
extremely good for defense.
Yeah.
Well, that Governor's a 1/1/1, so he's already
Yeah, I'll attach
like
it.
he has no holes or weaknesses, so
I
to speak, in
tapped
his
everything
stat.
the wrong way.
Right.
Oh,
And
okay.
so now effectively he's a 2/2/2 defensively.
Right. Okay.
Go here.
I didn't know he was declaring an attack on the nun. He was asking for the
Then-
roost. That's interesting. Okay. Good to know.
I'm gonna lose the card either way. That sucks.
Looks like someone's trying to
Right.
signal and let him know about that.
Oh, I do get a point. That's right. Mortals are worth points all the time. Oops.
Oh, he should have 4. He's
Oh,
going to be
so-
at 3. It's just the way it's going to
Golly,
be.
Smalley. Yay, point. All right.
That's sad. Yeah.
Sad's gonna
Hey, sad.
hit me.
Mm.
To discard this.
It is funny how it's like since we're so used to saying sad, like
From
sad
my
and X are now
library.
used interchangeably because
Yep.
everybody knows what you mean. You know, like because antagonist
And
is too long of a word,
I am
and there's no
done.
really good abbreviation for it, like
Antigone.
Oh,
House
there
Divided
we
came
go.
out a
Look
little
who's
early.
back.
I think it came out a little early. I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna want that out now, but we'll see.
Yeah, because Rob's now separate, or Rob Mintbot, Ravius is now separated out.
Looks
Alistair
like-
is gonna do a social attack with a card onto General Flint.
Ooh, interesting. Hey, Ed, do me a favor. Could you
Secrecy.
lower the volume on your mic, like the
Oh.
input?
Um,
I want
Oh,
to turn
sure.
everyone else up.
I'm
Sure.
going to do.
Go ahead, let's test that levels. Go ahead, say something, Ed.
Test 1 2.
Good, perfect, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I don't know
Yeah,
if
it might
it's
be
a
my
problem.
tech and or me projecting.
Yeah. I mean, it's one or the other, but I'm worried just
Yeah.
because Tremere Queen is very
Dropped
quiet.
one of your 12 Molotovs? Oh my lord.
I know.
I just lowered myself a little more. Is this good now or no?
Oh, you're perfect. You're good.
Okay.
Oh, here comes that
Alright, cool.
backhand compliment we were talking about.
You didn't.
Oh,
put
yeah.
the card face up.
This is the
Sorry.
super
You
combo.
didn't either, but that's fine.
Backhand compliment doesn't need to be
What
up
do you mean?
face up.
You didn't either. I don't.
You
Who says
being
it's safe to?
Paper Alchemist didn't play it face up when he played that card earlier. but
Oh,
that's
okay.
But mine wasn't gonna affect. Like his will take effect.
fine.
So
Yes, but it's still something you have to play face up.
Correct.
A reminder.
combo
not a-
is-
not a like.
Alistar has one
That's
social,
right.
plus the
So
one from the backhanded compliment. Well, she'll
Taking
add it.
one.
Let me take a look because I have to decide now if I'm going to discard cards for this.
Because if she discards 2 cards, it'll gain +4
so right
superficial,
now it's
meaning it won't
2
kill, and it'll do the
social.
full drain potential of
I'm
backhanded
not
compliment.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth me discarding the cards for, because it would just
Oh, because he's
nerf
reducing
you, like,
damage a
you
bit.
just lose 1, take it down to 5.
Oh,
right?
and Fortify, that's right. So yeah,
Um,
Fortify
Yeah,
is the card they came out with on purpose to
Oh, that's a
to
nifty
combat
little
biting
combo I never
comment
thought of. That's
and
cool.
demand obedience and
yeah, I
backhanded.
think
Oh, that one. Yeah, that one. Somebody hit me with that. in the.
What a cool prestige drain I hadn't thought of.
Yep, that's heavy.
It's nice to see
So it looks like
backhanded compliment
42's.
get better.
Well,
Looks like he's gonna keep him in there. He's at 6 prestige.
yeah, I'm trying to decide if like
Yeah, but
discarding 2
Fortify
cards
is gonna
worth
make him gain
losing 1
Yeah,
prestige.
right.
if she's
right.
gonna end up draining. So it's like,
Um,
oh yeah. So at the first year's Gen Con, a biting comment was the most commonly used card in
Yeah,
decks, and
Go
then
ahead and
this
lose
past year's
1
Gen Con, if I
prestige.
remember correctly, Fortify the Inner Facade was the most used in decks. And to be
Nice.
honest, I think I'm gonna try to put in 2 to 3 in every deck,
Why is it only
just
one?
because.
Well, because it's
Yeah,
offset.
net.
You'd be losing 4 and gaining 3, so
Yeah. So you
really
net,
it's
Right.
you net minus 1.
losing 1.
And
So
how
she
much
is gonna
damage
trigger
does
it.
Flint take?
It was.
Well, he heals it all
he
right.
heals it back. So yeah, it's a thing. Okay.
Now,
No damage.
Facade only works against
All
attack, so it doesn't stop Balance of Power, the scheme,
Oh, right.
or
Yep.
like Enervate, I think is the name of the Tremere action.
Yep.
You know,
it's a
so
Tremere
it
action.
only stops his attacks, but it's still a massively effective card. You know, because a lot of times when you get drained, it's a combination of an attack and a scheme. Sometimes it's double scheme, or sometimes it's double attack. So anyway,
Now we're waiting for Tremere Queen's second action. Looks like she's eyeing the city.
I'm gonna draw a card.
You going for the card draw. That could have been vicious. That could have been really vicious. He's Mr. Fuji's down to 5 prestige. That could have been a game right there if he didn't have that Inner Facade.
That's what I keep forgetting to do. If Team X is gonna eat my cards, I should be mending. I'm so bad.
Yeah, that's why I did a vampire because I knew whatever I was gonna pull, I was gonna discard.
oh yeah.
No,
So
I
the
haven't
interesting thing with the
played this
Team
game in
X
so long.
versus SAD is that
All right.
once you have
So
2 of
there's
them out,
nothing
you got to
discard
just
T-Max, and I just need to decide who's gonna
you got to discard a card every turn, and it's brutal. It's so much worse than the damage.
be swapped,
So one of the techniques is
and I
just
draw
get
my
yourself
second pass.
down to 0 cards when you're supposed to discard a card, and then just nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
So or have a ton of cards, and then you're fine.
Mm-hmm.
CDX says Vagrant.
That's gonna be helping Rob's Invisible Army deck.
Yeah, and it puts Fuji in a thing of, does he go after the Vagrant first to stop Rob from getting it? Actually, it probably is a good idea. There's no other citizens out, and he could turn that Vagrant into a Wraith.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
That's true.
but let's see, Cossac's at 2 blood. He could make Cossack unblockable. And there is a trap out though. So yeah, he's got to be worried about those traps.
There's a trap out. That's right. Yep.
Right, Cossack will pay 1 to make their ability unblockable, and
Cossack
she'll
for 1
do a
blood.
physical on the Vagrant.
Let's see, Paper Alchemist.
Trap's
How
gonna
much
get
damage?
flipped.
2.
Oh, he might have the shield one. If he's asking about damage.
Cool.
I don't think
Not
Paper's doing
gonna
it.
pop your off limits.
I don't have an off limits.
There's
I want you to think. I want you to think I have an off limits.
Gotcha.
so
Thousands
nice.
would
See,
be-
That's very legitimate
I
psychological
like to make
warfare
the
if you're playing
Haven.
traps and/or conspiracies.
So
Like
they,
ask
turn that
questions
into a Wraith.
that you would ask if you would have any of them down. So that way they really can't guess which one you have.
so he has 2 Wraiths out. He still has another action out there.
Yep.
And a House Divided is up. case Flint wants to start
And my
beating
second
people up.
action, I'll play Cracking the Case.
Oh, interesting. Ongoing.
Oh, nice. Great card for if you want to go aggro.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he's set up pretty good for aggro now.
Take the 1 damage on Skunk. I'll discard 1 card,
Yikes.
and I'll draw 2.
All right, let's see the flip. Oh,
And
3.
especially with the team. Oh, sorry.
Three
I was
team
gonna say,
X's
especially
though.
with the Team X making people discard, like that one card that you would discard for secrecy. You don't have that one card because you discarded it several turns ago, along with a few other cards at the end of every turn. Discard. So
Oh,
cracking
right.
the case is kind of like it was always a good card even before Prog, but yeah, with Prog, it's extra nice because you always know that you'll have that. Although you can only use it once on your turn because it's an activated ability, but
Play
you always know that
Prosperity.
you at least get that one attack. Oh,
Here comes the scheme.
Prosperity. Everybody draw 4 cards.
I'll do.
It's a
Interesting.
very risky card. Because it's similar to Free Money or
Favor.
Mercy. Like Free Money gives you prestige, everybody prestige.
Setting
Mercy
my
gives
dial.
everybody blood. But the difference is that with giving everybody 4 cards, like you're basically helping everybody do their deck better
0-4.
for sure. So
1 for yes.
Looks like it's going through. I don't see any negatives, but what do you think's going on
So
here?
you please set my bid.
Did you say yes?
Yeah, 0 for yes.
Okay.
He's not getting an agenda for this. What? I don't understand the.
Okay, everybody draw.
he might just
3
want the
or-
cards. He might just need, because in card games, card draw is king/queen or whatever.
Sure.
So-
Yeah.
But that's the thing. He's giving his rival cards. He's giving everybody else cards. So like personally, I'm a little bit iffy on Prosperity, like because it does help the table out so much. Even though I do like Mercy because you could save somebody else. I do like Free Money because you could save somebody else. Hence, you won't lose because somebody else wins. You could stop a prestige drain or a knockout.
It only
But
benefits
with
you to
Prosperity,
keep
it's
someone.
just kind of like
Yeah. Prosperity without
unless you're doing
disheveled.
the disheveled shelf deck.
Right. Prosperity without disheveled
Go to
shelves
the streets.
seems odd. Oh, we got a street action here.
You know what? Let's say you're going for that Hail Mary draw where your first action would be draw 1 card to see if you get the attack you want. Well, instead, do the Hail Mary with Prosperity, draw 4 cards, and then, like it's your last turn, you just need that 1 more attack card.
Hold on. Let's
Maybe
see.
it's more
Yeah,
useful
yeah.
then.
Yeah, let's see what's going on here. I feel like he moved some people to the
what's he
streets, but
doing?
didn't declare anything.
Who's his rival? Oh, he's looking at his Predator. Because Fuji is
I
his
will do
Predator.
a mental attack on. No, let's do
Oh.
a physical attack on Velvet.
Never mind. He's going after his Predator.
No card.
No card.
No card, I think.
Was he trying to draw out
Off
that?
limits.
There it is. He's trying to draw it out.
Yeah. Oh, because Maya, she's getting the extra damage for the 2 events that are out. Also,
Right.
It just blocks both of it, right?
3 damage, I think.
yeah.
Oh, so I have 4 shields though, because there was 2 on here.
Oh, okay. All right, so you're good.
See if he remembers.
Yeah, I'll get
the-
I'm gonna trigger Velvet and get a prestige, and then I'm gonna get a point for.
You just gave yourself 2 prestige.
Well, I didn't mean to do that. Blame. See, look, just pulled 2 out.
Judge.
See, oh yeah.
Judge.
Blame that programmer guy for programming sticky prestige.
Sticky
Ferrazzi.
Prestige is the name of
Yes,
my
Ferrazzi,
band
it's,
in college.
It's all his
Uh,
fault. He's trying to make me look bad.
Yeah.
Moving
And
to
note to
mending.
everybody who's played
He's a Gen Con. He's a
CCS.
nice fella.
Mend
Yep.
here.
Oh, going to mend.
Always drop your prestige
He seems
into
like
the
a nice
bags
fellow,
one
but
at
I
a
blame him.
time, or they'll come out
I'll
as a
take
group.
2 damage. No, I'll take 1 here and 1 here.
Ed, I really do like you commentating. You just gotta work on the when people are talking a bit, but your
Yeah,
your
sometimes they get a
insight.
little too.
No, it's fine. I mean, it's hard. It's very hard to do. It's even
One
if
there, one here for sad,
yeah, but
mending
your
one
commentary is
here,
fantastic. I just want you to know.
Thank you.
and
Thank you.
And you're so
to
pretty.
all of
then
that.
we need to drop a card.
Sorry.
That's what he said. Yeah.
If I should stay. Sorry. I'm trying to whisper
Draw
Whitney
two.
Houston and I can't even get through it.
Go ahead.
I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with
That is a nice
somebody.
song. It's a good song. That really is. It's a nice song to dance to. It really is.
It really is. Like, if you don't dance that song, there's something wrong with you.
Vagrant.
Another vagrant.
Do you catch that flip that you just did with that vagrant? It literally, he flipped it like 3 or 4 times. It was pretty sweet.
Play a card.
Like
face
while it's in air.
down.
Thorn's playing a card face down.
A new action. Draw a card. Interesting.
We are rounding the
So the
hour
question
mark.
is,
Yeah.
how many traps are enough traps? And I think the answer is all the traps are the traps. Like there is no amount of traps that are
Oh no,
that are too many.
absolutely not. Looks like Paper Alchemist is thinking, contemplating. He's looking at his rival.
What do we do now?
But you know, it's nice on the Discord. I think he changed his name to Paper Blood Alchemist.
We play this face down.
Another face down. This is going to be his second action. I believe he has a third.
Face down, card up. That's the way we like to play Rivals.
Card. And
That was good. That was fun. Face down, cards up. That's the way we like to play
silly
Rivals.
open. Play
Third
dumpster
action.
dive.
Dumpster diving.
Ooh,
Going for those
nice.
traps.
We draw a card for having 2 eyeballs.
I wonder what's going to be.
Then we
Yeah, Dumpster Dive is such a great
Here.
toolboxy.
Oh, love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do you need right now? Go get it.
Go get it.
Well,
Right
provided
here.
you've seen it already. But... And I guess the downside is he does have to tell everybody what it is. But since they don't know, you know, he has plenty of cards in his hand. They don't know if, like, when he does go to play the next trap, if he pulls a trap out, they don't know for sure that that's the trap, but they know that it
find
might
the
be.
facade.
So it could
Yep.
even screw with them psychologically more.
Oh
maybe.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't have to end up doing cards and stuff, but we will.
I am liking this trap
Discard.
deck. I'm digging it.
Yep.
It's certainly fun.
We'll discard this.
Ah,
for
Spy
his
Games.
ability to
But he's
I'm
down to
wondering if he
3
has another Spy Games in his hand,
put 1 on here,
Could be. But you know he's
or if he's just abandoned it.
and then we'll do Torpor and then
he's
mend
down to
it.
3 prestige. That
So
is
we'll
dangerous.
Yeah. Let's see who his predator is. He's blue. Rob. Let's see. Well, it doesn't look like Rob. Like Rob doesn't have any dominate on the table. I mean, he could do a biting comment, but it doesn't look like Rob's deck is an outright prestige drain deck. Although Sebastian can attach titles for free and then untap, so he can always do.
Sab
Sebastian can
to
action 1 put on Seneschal, untap. Action 2
1
use
here,
Seneschal
here again.
Yep.
to drain 2.
Yep. He also
So,
does have
that's-
balance of power
we
because he
have
has
to
Toreador out.
discard.
So
Ah, you're right.
that'll
I
give
missed
him a
that.
win
Thank
straight
you.
out. Yeah.
Then we'll draw 2.
Going to the city for the flip.
So that's a tricky
And
thing with conspiracy and trap
I'm
decks.
done.
Really, it's they need a lot of prestige.
Right. Jameer
Yeah,
Queen
it's
is
Streetwalker.
up. She's pulling some
Is it
cards back
eight?
to her haven. Sorry, what were you saying, Ed? I'm sorry.
Oh no, sorry. We were both just commenting on the game. I was just saying the Streetwalker came out and gives off his gate. But
Nice.
Right? Yeah, I do need to get a little better with my rhythm and tempo when it comes to the whole thing.
It is.
I'll work on
It's.
it.
No, I mean, you got to do it. That's the only thing. You have to listen.
Like stand up, you gotta
Yeah.
practice it live.
Yeah. Here we go.
Okay. Hawk is doing a social attack with a card onto the Cossack.
Oh,
Ooh.
The
You want to
Cossack.
guess what it is?
Mm-hmm.
I
I'll
can
guess
tell you
what
what
it
it
is.
is. I can tell you what it is. I have the.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it might be a biting comment because Cossack only has one blood and zero social stats. Fucked in has a 2 social, so she could do the damage, knock out Cossack, and still drain one. It might not be the biting comment, but there's a good chance that it is.
Well, he's got blockers. I don't know what's happening. Cossack is tapped right now, so.
Oh, good point. I should remember the rules. Oh, although Skunk has low enough blood, if he blocks a Skunk, then Skunk's probably knocked out.
Flint.
There you go. Flint's
There we
gonna
go,
block.
Flint.
And a card. All right. Let's see what's going on. Biting
Nope.
comment. You called it.
And I
Back
guess
up.
this way
Okay,
she
I'm
could. I
gonna
mean, if he
start
hadn't played the reaction, that reaction does nothing because. Oh no,
Yeah.
it does one thing. I'm sorry, it does one shield because he has a 1 rate.
Man,
Oh,
who's
right.
supposed to be keeping Leah in check?
Oh, now he said
Uh,
something.
Your race are supposed to be keeping me in check.
Ooh.
My, why should my race be keeping you in check?
Is anyone else turned on right
Yeah,
now?
her
And
strategy
I still
was
take, that was 2, right?
No.
it's like
Oh wait, yeah, sorry, because of his attribute. Mm-hmm.
like Falk could have done at most 4 damage, and all these people have 0 social. So whatever he blocked with, she was going to hit hard,
She was gonna hit.
which
That's
was
true.
nice for her.
And what's good now is that she still has another action and brought him down to 4 prestige.
Yeah.
So he's not doing too
1-2
well
punch.
either.
I'm gonna play Enervate,
Ooh,
and
there it
I'm
is.
gonna steal one of your prestige to heal John.
Down to 3 now.
Go on, Alchemist, you gotta do something. This game's gonna be over quick.
I don't
Yep.
think so. I'm losing steam.
The last
got
gasp
planes.
of
I was gonna say,
Lucy, man.
Oh gosh.
Everything's connected,
Rob loves
bro.
that Enervate card. He always used it with the
Yep.
Alejandro Knowledge's
Yep.
power deck.
Yep.
It was
That's
one of the
assuming I
few
live
differences
till
between our
my next
decks.
turn.
Um.
That's the key.
I like the card. I just never had space for it.
Okay.
What do we got? That's 2 actions, I think, where she's going to mending. Yeah, you're right. And Venerate with that Alejandro Knowledge's power deck is very powerful. I like it a lot. I
Yeah.
like that combo.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
No,
like
I
it's
think
it's
I'm
a
gonna
prestige
off-rival
drain for
heal,
one
'cause
that
I just
cannot be
don't
reacted to.
feel
Yeah.
like getting agenda
basically.
this game. I don't want to do it. So.
That's right. Leah's still at 0 agenda,
Okay.
but
This
if
is
she
a low
aggroes,
agenda
then
game.
she doesn't need agenda.
Yeah, this is a low agenda game.
That's right. 2 on the Wraiths, 2 on Invisible Army,
Just
4,
block
which should be
that.
5, unless we messed up. But
Yeah.
I think it should be a 5.
I'm pretty sure Paper Alchemist should be at 5, but we are the Watchers of the multiverse.
Guard that. And heal.
Mr. Fuji is next. We're gonna see a flip.
Here.
We have 3 Team X out there. No one's touched them.
I'll take 1 here.
Yeah. The other
Here.
difficult thing is when there's 3 out,
So
you
that
take
I
2
can-
damage and discard 1 card. But let's say you kill one, you still have to discard the card.
Yeah.
You need to get it down to 1 of them
Yep.
to stop the card discard. And it's just such a pain in the
It
rear.
really is. It changes the game. It changes the entire game. Just discarding 1 card that you can't do anything with.
Card. I'm actually gonna take another damage instead of discarding a card.
Oh, looks like she's taking damage. She wants to keep her hand. She's down to 2 cards. That might be why.
Discard.
Oh, I think she was saying because I think she had mended, but I think she's saying instead of doing the mend,
Oh,
she's gonna use the card she discarded for mend as a discard,
think
which
I
I've seen a lot of
discard.
players do. Like I've done that sometimes. Like you try not to retroactively do stuff, but in friendly games. Wow. Ah.
Ugh.
I don't think
Fourth
they're.
team.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this game's gonna be over soon. I don't think they're worried about it.
Because that fourth one now will drain 1 prestige from each player at the end of
Well,
the
I
turn.
appreciated the quick game, guys. It was good.
And 2
He's
of the
giving
players
up
are
already.
3 prestige.
I feel like it's
Ain't
more
much I
work.
can do here.
Go for gold, dude. Just go for it. You're not gonna win. Is he shushing us? Someone
You can
shushing
go to
us?
the streets and get heals.
Oh, I was inhaling if that was me.
Nah, I should
Oh.
block.
Your leader's tapped.
No, it's not.
The leader's right here. Fox not our leader.
Why is
Susanna is my leader.
Susanna
so
has
what? So why is the leader token on Fox?
I don't know.
Judge.
Oh,
Judge.
well, yeah.
I don't
Um,
know what happened, you guys.
it's
Well,
where
we
I-
do know.
It's wherever she needs
I
it to be, guys.
I actually know exactly what happened. I was moving my cards around at the beginning of the game, and Susanna got stacked on top of Walk, and then when I separated them, I didn't realize the token fell off.
That's a convenient lie.
Susanna.
Well, I'm gonna draw a card in my first action.
Yeah, you can hear it in his voice. He knows it's done. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye.
Hello there.
Use the race, man. Might as well go for it.
Yeah, it's like because he could kill a Team X to gain an agenda and stop the prestige loss, but then if you have the
Susanna's
attack card
ability
for it-
won't activate if I attack her directly, right?
That's correct.
That
You're
is correct.
but that's pretty rude.
Pretty rude.
That's
Says the
what I
lady
wanted.
stealing all my prestige.
Mm,
You
Prestige.
can literally go in the street and get another one. I don't know why you're so worried about it.
Oh, that's nonsense.
Good
Go,
point.
go.
I like how you say that as if you're not gonna
Actually-
block.
Oh, that's true. With Roost.
Yeah, Bruce is
But that is
available.
one huge difference between Prague and San Francisco, that the
Alright,
7
alright, there's
citizens, you can
nothing
burn
I
them
can
for
do.
prestige.
And
And
the second action, I'll play the spoils.
He's setting up for an ag run.
Activate my
survives.
agenda. Alright.
oh, that's right, that was his 2 actions, because I think he drew for his first, right?
Yep, he drew and
Yeah,
then
and then he played
spoils.
spoils.
And
Yeah,
he's got
he's kind of been forced to go more defensive, I guess.
He's got
Discard
2
that to
wraiths.
heal. Take.
Yeah, and this game's going to knockout. This
Sorry,
is gonna go to
Clint.
time.
You're gonna have to
Which
take
is
those
interesting,
two.
coming up to Rob's
One
turn,
up there.
like, since he had some scheme stuff, he could do the
Discard
tipped off
that
scheme
one.
to move one of the Team X in front of somebody.
And I'll
And
draw
then it
2.
creates its own
You
stack.
know what would make this game more fun? Another prosperity.
She's not wrong.
I need some more cards, Rob.
Vagrant.
Another
Oh,
vagrant.
or Rob can gain
No, he's gonna
4
go for the
points
win.
this turn if he gets both vagrants.
He can absolutely go
Like-
for the win right now.
But I could play this turn safe. But because we have an audience, I think I'm gonna get wild with it.
Oh, listen
Oh.
to that. That's my boyfriend right there.
No,
I'm
no,
not sure.
that sounds like it might involve me. I don't think I like it.
No, it's
Alright.
actually you're about the least involved in this particular scheme.
Then let's get
Literally.
wet and wild.
All right. Everybody's going to the streets. Not really a good reason. Actually, I think it's just going to be Sebastian is going to the streets.
Unattended without his lady folk.
Uh, e- exactly.
Unescorted.
Trying to go for Prince.
There it is. Yep,
Oh,
this is gonna be the play.
Mm.
For influence, that's what
You
he
can't
wants.
do anything.
Don't tell me what I can or can't do.
I think you can't do anything because I'm a 1/1/2. I guess you could
I got something.
discard 2 for superficial.
Can't Dragon
Uh,
Root? No, because it's an attack, so that's not an attack.
Do
But
it.
but
Yeah,
just
went
FYI,
wild.
these points are not going to get me over the line. So it's just a question whether you want to actually
Oh,
try
listen
to
to that table talk.
because
Yeah,
he's
it's
probably
kinda
going to play a
fun.
card.
Why do you want them? If
I
they're-
love how you're saying they won't come over the line, but the Gen Con final shows claiming Prince can be the difference.
It can be, yeah.
Yeah, you said we're gonna get wild, so we're gonna get wild. I'm gonna do
Sebastian has plenty of blood.
a social attack, and I'm going to
You're
discard.
But Alistair's going to do 5 damage. Superficial.
Superficial 5.
Superficial 5.
What a jerk.
4. I'll take 3.
What a jerk.
So the great thing about Sebastian going for Prince, similar to when I said about that nun earlier, Sebastian is a 1/1/2 for his stats. So there's no hole to hit him in. And he just had a Vagrant on him. And can you imagine if he happened to get Nun also? It's just like, give me Prince. I don't care.
Yep.
Okay, unfortunately, I can't play a card.
Oh no, this is it.
I will hit him with Flint, and then I'll flip and exhaust the race for 4 physical.
You know it's coming, right? You know it's coming.
You know what
right?
I've seen happen before?
Yeah.
Somebody goes for Prince, and when the Wraith player attacks them,
attach.
Hold
they
on, you
flip
don't
the
wanna see
Fear
this.
Wraith.
Yeah, I
Oh,
would like
wait,
that
am I
too.
saying it backwards?
Hold on, you're gonna want to see this.
Never heard you
Here it
say
comes.
that.
Here it comes. This game's over.
And then I'm going to balance of
Yeah.
power against
You called it from before.
Yep. He had Toreadors in there, so that was
with Iris.
Let's see if he
And I'm
gets
hoping to
the
get
Irish
lucky
flip.
off the top of my library.
Yep.
I do.
A little
Oh,
bit.
what is it?
Oh,
How
a lot
much?
of it.
4.
4. Oh, that's it. That's the game.
So
4
4.
or 5
Really?
from Sebastian.
What's what?
Ooh, a
9.
great play.
He has 9 on the table.
Is
So
9
4,
on the table.
8.
Let's see if he has a modifier.
4. Setting my dial.
He's probably bidding all 4
Why not?
that he can bid.
There's no
So
way we can
9,
stop
10,
this
11,
unless
12,
somebody's
13.
got an influence modifier.
They all need a
I
collective
have an
14 to
influence
stop
modifier,
him.
but
That
I'm gonna
won't
set my
happen.
dial.
Not only would that not
And
happen, but they're
we'll
all
vote
down
1 against.
prestige too. So
We can just pump everything we have into it, make Rob
At
Dawson.
most, they could have 7 prestige plus
No,
their
he's
3
definitely
leaders.
put.
10.
There's no reason why he wouldn't have put 4.
I want to
into
call
this.
out
unless
real
somebody has a
quick. Hold
modifier,
on.
he wouldn't.
I
Putting
want to call
2
out
into it,
real
I guarantee
quick.
you that.
Paul in the chat.
Alright,
As a voyeur,
I
the
did
wild is
the most that I
appreciated.
can do. My bid is set.
This game's over.
So what do we have to beat?
We have to beat 4.
8,
Uh,
9. Have to beat 9.
I don't see a way.
We've
Uh,
got 1, 2,
No, 8. There's
3.
8. There's 8 on the board.
There should be
There's
9
no
on the
way
board.
he didn't bid.
He didn't. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
There's 8 on the board.
Oh, yeah.
9.
So yeah, just do
4,
your
right?
1 and we're gonna lose about it.
That's all over. Yeah, she's all over Red River. All right, I'll say 1 for no, and set my dial.
Yeah, he's 9 because he's not counting the leader.
Yeah.
There's 1 goddamn turn away from winning this game. If I can.
Real. So what's the count? You can't bet 5 because you can't bet your last one.
I know how prestige works, and I have 6.
Oh.
Yeah, so, okay, so
And
you're
you
right. So 5,
didn't
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh,
Right?
did we
That's
just
good.
mansplain how prestige works?
No, I just
Nice.
missed this.
Yeah, that happens to me too.
Uh,
That was adorable.
so I have 12.
Just 13.
GG's.
Game's dumb.
I knew you were about to win, Paper Alchemist, so that's why I leapt for it.
This doesn't count as an attack, right?
No, it's not. No.
Then,
So we always
that's
say
okay,
if
so
you
it's
were
not
1 turn
different.
away from winning in
No,
Rivals,
you did great, and
you're
you
fine.
really would have taken it had I
I'm
not.
sick. I'm sick of doing great and never winning at the game.
That's this game.
Yeah, well, then I guess I quit.
Yeah, we should
Oh,
all
no.
No.
No. Oh
I will.
god.
What I could have done better is
I like that deck a lot, Paper Alchemist. I admire trying to do the traps. It's probably what I'm going to do as soon as Ravnos comes out because I feel like Ravnos is going to print more traps, and then that's going to be even better.
You
So I
have
feel
to
like
when they don't, and you'll be sad.
I might be sad, but I feel like Full of Surprises gets better with Ravnos. That's my theory.
We'll see.
I feel like what I could have done differently or better is prestige drain
Oh, they need to
Fuji
unmute
a
us.
little less. so that we would have had more prestige.
Ed,
Let's
can
try
you
to find
No, I
that.
love
message
that.
them,
But
message
it might have
Rob and
worked out for
say
you. I don't
unmute
think you
us?
did anything wrong
Oh,
with that. I mean,
unmute us.
like
Yeah,
you were
they
getting
forgot
close
about
to a
us.
win based on that, and also, I
Yeah,
guess
I
I
had
could have.
Enervate in my hand,
Yeah.
so I was gonna try to do something. If he wouldn't have had that one reaction, I would have won already.
I mean, I went. I mean, I only had one blood left on Sebastian, so it was definitely a risky play. Let's say Fuji had had an attack card. Tell everyone to.
Yeah, the next card off the top of my deck was Throat Rip.
Ah,
Unfortunately,
It was definitely a
For
risky
sure.
play that might not have worked out at all. So it's not something I would try to do in like an environment where I'm like,
Oh, this isn't good. Ed, can you hear
like
me?
I probably would.
Yeah. Wait,
So I
Rob,
just,
can you hear us now?
yeah,
No.
I can hear you.
Oh, good. Are we unmuted?
I unmuted
oh, are
you.
we
Oh, thank you.
unmuting?
Tell
Yeah,
everybody
please.
to.
Yeah.
Everybody unmute.
That was a wild game. That
All
was
right, I've
very,
unmuted
very
everyone
cool.
but Ed. I might just keep Ed muted.
Ed was great, actually. Ed was
My
providing
inmate brother.
Ed was providing so much commentary and giving a really in-depth look at strategies and ideas in the game. So thank you, Ed, for commentating because I very much enjoyed that, and everyone else for
Cool.
playing. That was a fun game.
Yeah, I wanna call out some cards that other people talk shit on.
All right.
That I think that they should stop. One of them is a backhanded. What's the one that you used here? Was that a backhanded? No, not backhanded. It's
Yeah, it's backhanded compliment.
backhanded. Yeah. That one. I've heard a lot of people saying, "No good. This card's no good." I think it's great. I think it gets better, and it's the first card to actually make Superficial worthwhile. Superficial was a joke before, and now Superficial is also good.
Yep.
And Maya. I've gotten a lot of people talking shit on Maya. I think Maya's great.
Maya's
people-
special.
I've done wonderful things with Molotovs with Maya.
Ha! Nice.
It's definitely like hit and miss, but the hit is so hard that it's totally worth it.
Tipped off in the prog deck, it's pretty silly. Because
Exactly,
she's just a
like-
+1 until somebody calls that vote. And
Right.
the vote has to pass.
Right. Yeah, so I just wanted to say that because I think people underestimate cards regularly, and I think that's a lesson we all learn is that it's all just meta dependent, and a lot of cards you may not understand how good they are until you see it in real time, and then you're like, wait a minute, that is a good card. And so, anyways,
No,
yeah, I
very
haven't
cool.
seen anyone play Enervate in about 6 months, and
I love Enervate.
yeah, that's good.
Love Enervate. I love it.
Actually, Rob, you know what's funny? I commented specifically that, like, when she played Enervate, I commented on your love for Enervate, Rob. So, yep, gotcha.
Yeah, I think
Got your back.
just knowing this game, any prestige drain is worth a look. Any prestige drain at all is worth a look, and all dependent on like what can you actually make work. Yeah.
I got greedy. I should have spiders. I was gonna spiders on Leah's turn just to get my 2 heal. But I was like, oh no, like I'll do it to Rob when Rob comes swinging at me because I didn't think you'd come burning me.
You know, I wanted it. I was saying this during the game, Paper Alchemist, that I was loving your trap deck. It was fun. It was cool to watch. The entire table had to deal with it. I mean, as far as Roos being one of those cards that the table has to worry about, traps are coming in a very close second of being a problem for the table. And I thought it was very cool the way you played it, especially early on. It was very entertaining.
Yeah, and I want to add in that like as somebody who's also played Wraith decks, that like I hate Dragon's Roost because it stops you from getting your Wraith thing going. But now I also hate trap decks because in order to play what is it, the Mission Cemetery, you got to attack. But then if you attack and somebody has a trap deck, blood poisoning, boom, take a bunch of damage. It's like
Yeah, Mr. Fuji, you should
Let me do
know
my
that
Wraiths.
Ed was talking about that strategy of using Cossack and the Wraiths, and it looked like it was going to be dynamite. It looked like it was going to be awesome until
It
Paper
is
Alchemist.
awesome. That's why I was pissed when I saw him put that deck down because I was like, we all agreed to do Jank deck, and this deck can race. really hard. And so like, I think the last time I played it, he was at like 8 agenda on like I feel like it was turn 3 or something. It was just unstoppable.
Kind of funny
So
that
that's
they've
why-
made an engine that can do race without a single Hikata card.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Right? That's
Uh,
impressive.
That's probably the best way to do it too.
Question to the
Yeah.
table and to everybody. What are your all thoughts on prosperity? I'll give my thoughts real quick first because a lot of people talk shit on this card too. I like it, and I like it because I used to play a lot of blue decks in Magic, and blue decks in Magic presuppose when you can have a card that says, okay, everybody draws cards, but what you're basically saying is my 4 cards are going to be better than everyone else's. So, what are your thoughts on prosperity?
I love it. I'm never having a bad time when I'm drawing 4 cards.
No, but
I
when you,
wish you would have
for
done it
you to
again.
use it yourself though. But I'm saying like, would you
Oh.
use it? Not do you like when other people play it? You know, like
I haven't, and I'm trying to think of. I think the only deck that I've thought about putting it in was a deck that's heavily based in alchemy, and I really need to dig for that sometimes.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's the
yeah.
only time that I've thought about
Yeah.
putting in one of my decks. So
Yeah.
That's
maybe.
not a bad idea.
See,
Yeah.
to me, that's the thing is what prosperity says is I am so desperate to draw cards in this deck. Like when I think about it, I think about, okay, somebody's going low and I've got the setup but I just need this one card or a couple card or, something. 4 cards is huge. My 4 cards are the most important for like in other words, it's like there's situations where you're willing to give everybody 4 cards so that you can get your 4 cards. Does that make sense?
yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Actually, can I jump in? That
Yeah.
the part of the commentary that I gave earlier, but was basically along the lines of what you were just saying. Like mine was a little bit more specific, where like we've all had it, where it's like it's the last turn of the game. If my first action, I'm going to draw 1 card. If it's an attack card, I win the game. Well, in this case, I mean the scheme is not a definite, but you could do the scheme and then draw 4 cards and get 4 chances to draw that 1 card that'll help you win instead of just the 1. So that kind of thing.
It is iffy, right? It is a gamble, right?
Yeah.
But it's a gamble that I think certain decks want to take. That's my stance on it.
I guess more combo-y decks.
Yeah.
Also, or
Decks that need to
because
dig.
personally, like I'm always resistant to do like basically it's the whole thing with like for instance like free money giving prestige or mercy giving blood, like those give something to everybody, but they're also used to save people. Like if the game's about to end and you don't want it to, you could use those cards to save people. Versus prosperity, it helps everybody like those cards do, but it's kind of like you're helping your predator kill you. You're helping your
Yes.
prey defend against you. So
You're
I'm
loading
like-
your enemy's gun.
yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
kind of
but
iffy
sometimes
on
that's
it.
not a bad thing though. Like I've had
Right.
somebody was running away with the game, and I was the only aggro deck at the table, and I said I don't have the cards to stop, and somebody at the table played prosperity specifically to give me 4 cards, and that's what I needed. Balanced
Interesting.
table.
Okay, that's a good.
That's true.
That's cool. I
That is
hadn't thought
true.
of that.
You
That's
you want to save the aggro deck is to put pressure on everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I think also timing of this is really important. I mean, it could turn the tide of the game if you play it at the right moment. If you're playing it early or late, one of those two, especially because we were talking about how Team X forces the discard. Prosperity is, like, okay, cool. I'm not have to worry about it so much.
Yeah, gives everybody their discards back.
Well,
Kind of. I mean, not really.
does anyone else have anything else they want to say about the game? I really enjoyed it. I liked all the decks being played. Anyone else have any thoughts they want to share?
I had a really good time. It was fun.
Yeah,
Good.
it's good.
Well, thank you.
I want to say
yeah.
thumbs up. Sorry, really quick. Thumbs up to Fuji on the caustic wraith thing.
Yes.
Yes, thumbs up.
Yeah,
F
you were
Dragon's
talking about
Roost.
it right at the start, and I was like, oh, I hope you're not. Yeah, I'm like, don't say too much because that's the deck I'm using.
Yeah.
No, that was very cool. And the fact that the traps were like targeting you was like, oh, ouch. Like that's the one thing that you couldn't really do
Yeah,
anything about.
I don't know the workaround for traps yet. I haven't figured it out. I don't know if there is one.
I
It's
don't
like,
think there
yeah.
is one for Mission Cemetery. It's just you hope they don't have
There,
blood poisoning. I
there's Kim
guess.
Fawn.
Oh yes, there we go.
Yeah.
And there's also, does Sheriff work on it because it's face down? I think it would
Oh,
because it's still
sure.
an ongoing.
Yep. Sheriff
Sheriff
No,
would.
can
Wallet.
burn any
No,
ongoing.
no, but they're not ongoing. They're quote unquote face down cards.
Yeah, but face down cards are
'Cause I
Oh.
considered
think
ongoing,
even
I
if you
thought.
look at a conspiracy, I could be wrong. I don't think it says on. Can you pull one of them out
Yeah.
of the discard pile? I don't think they say ongoing on them, but I don't remember.
They do. Oh,
No, they
right, they
say
don't.
action trap. Okay, so no,
An
Sheriff
actual
won't work.
conspiracy.
I could have sworn conspiracies were
Okay.
considered ongoing, even though they're face down. I
They're
could've
not
sworn.
because that's why they specify, like, that's why Velvet triggers off of them and other people. It's like when you resolve face down cards outside of combat, they have to specify out of combat because they're basically the same idea as playing a face down combat card, but they're just permanently on the
okay.
table. I mean, they are their own thing. Traps and conspiracies are just their own thing.
Well, I did want to give a special shout out to Paul Ramel, who was watching the stream for the most part, and he did want to say thanks for broadcasting to let us watch. Have a great night, everyone. And I think on that note, we will go ahead and end the stream. This has been another episode of the Prestige Podcast. I'd like to thank my co-host Ed, the players Leah, Rob, Mr. Fuji, excuse me, and Paper Alchemist. Thank you guys very much for playing, and have a good night.
You too.
Thank you.